Recovery is the most beautiful thing in the world. And here's why. Even alcohol does a beautiful thing for people on drugs. It can offer you a relationship with yourself you've never had prior. So if you look at it that way and you get past it, don't go back for more. Does that make sense? Right. But what's amazing is if you're recovering, one of the most beautiful things that you can ever do is realize, man, I'm building a relationship with myself. Because nothing will drive you more to that than a challenge.
Hi, this is Tim Westbrook. Welcome to I Love Being Sober. We talk about life in recovery, mental health, biohacking, alternative therapies, and everything related to living a kick-ass sober life. So let's dig in.
Hello and welcome to I Love Being Sober. My name is Tim Westbrook and I am your host. My guest today is the founder of the Human Communications Institute and the developer of Human Interaction Technology, a powerful framework for understanding the psychological triggers and communication strategies that determine why people do what they do and what it actually takes to change. He has an uncanny natural ability to read people, lower resistance, and get individuals moving in a direction they haven't been able to move on their own. He's the author of Average Sucks. He runs the transformational live events, and he has impacted hundreds of thousands of people around the world. He's been on this show before, and I'm fired up to have him back. Please welcome Michael Burnoff.
I'm excited to be here.
All right.
I love that intro, and thank you. This is an honor to get invited back. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and last time we did it virtually, and now we're doing them live with the live audience.
Yeah, good-looking audience.
Yeah. So this is going to be fun.
Let's have a lot of fun.
So for people in this room who don't know you yet, give us the quick version. Who are you? What do you do? And how did you end up doing it?
It's a lot of questions. Okay, I'll get it. I'll do my best. Do my best to explain that. I believe the best way to explain it is I'm a guy that's obsessed with what makes people do the things they do. I've been that way my entire life. I've always been shocked. Like, why do they do that? Why does he do that? How do I get that? And then I never had the answers as a kid. I have great parents, wonderful parents. I lucked out. I got great parents that didn't teach me how to do it, but they gave me some ill advice. They said, work hard, be a good person. And I did the good person. I worked hard and still didn't get what I wanted. And one day found out that there are people that actually do things that can teach you how to be great. So I've dedicated my life to filling the gaps of what school doesn't offer people, what big brother, big sister, and I don't mean like government big brother, but I mean like your older brother, older sister may not be able to teach you how to do. And that's been my obsession for years, is figuring out what makes people perform at the highest level, why people do things they don't want to do, how to stop that, how to break that pattern. And what got me started was I grew up very average. I wrote a book, Average Sucks. I grew up in New Jersey. And am I talking to the audience as well, or just you? Or
you're talking to all of us.
Is anyone from New Jersey? You, another angry guy? Good. Okay, good. And Sopranos is real. If you haven't seen that show, that's just legit. What's that? Rockaway. Yeah. Taylor ham and egg sandwich. You know what that is? Pork roll. Yeah, but that's just the West Coast. But the point is, I grew up pretty average, lower to middle class kid. And I would see people that did things that I wanted, and my parents would just let me know that that's how it worked. And I'm part of that generation where I didn't really want to pay attention in school, and they thought that there was something wrong with me, so they drugged me immediately. They got me on Ritalin at a very young age because I wasn't interested in paying attention. I just was bored of the teacher, and instead they sat me down. They said, "There's something wrong with you." They got me to a therapist, and they said that this was about 13 years old, very impressionable mind, and they said, when people walk by, do you look up? And I said, yes. They said, well, then you probably are going to have a screwed up life your whole life. You probably have about a 10% chance that your life's going to go well, which is very almost hypnotic. It was a command from a doctor. And I'm luckily someone that doesn't like to listen. So I said, I'll take the 10%. I'm going to be the one who doesn't work for it. And I remember saying that. And they got me on drugs, Ritalin to start with. I'm not knocking it if anybody needs it, but I didn't need it. I just needed more exciting teachers. And then they got me where I couldn't sleep, and then they put me on antidepressants because then I couldn't sleep, and then my mouth is dry, and then they put me on stuff to salivate, and this is all because I was not interested in the direction they wanted for my life. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized like how much power that person had suggesting that. They could have suggested, hey, listen, you could go outside and go for a run. Do you know that you could eat this? You could do that. But I took the suggestion, I listened for a while, and then I realized that I didn't need to study what was wrong with me, because that's what my parents wanted me to do, to figure out like what was wrong with me. And I could study how do I become a person that actually gets what I want. So I started doing what I do. Long story short, I went to a college. Supposed to find a school that helped me with this ADD thing. And my parents paid for a guidance counselor, and they wound up sending me to, instead of going to a school that had it, I was supposed to go to University of Arizona. The lady screwed up and sent me to the largest party school in the world, Arizona State. And it was a college roommate of mine that got me into entrepreneurship at a young age. And luckily, through entrepreneurship, I found personal development.
Right.
I failed out of ASU after 2 years, and I went to community college. And while I was there, they said, "Do you read?" And I said, "Not much." They said, "You probably should." And I found How to Win Friends and Influence People. I had no idea that you could learn yourself better. I didn't realize that the guy dating the girl you wanted to date, he does different things. And if you did it, you could date her too. I had no idea the guy in great shape, you could do that too. The guy that gets sober, you can do that too. So school was teaching you why people are drunk, and I was learning how people get sober. So anyways, it was a screw up by a person that got me into what I do. So that's the short version.
So
I've never told you that.
I've heard that story before, yes.
Yeah.
And side note, so Donnie Starkins you know him from
Donnie,
ASU. He has been, you guys know Donnie? So he teaches.
Love Donnie.
Yeah,
I forgot you know Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie and I go way back.
He lived behind me in the condos when we were 18 years old.
Yeah, he leads breathwork, mindfulness classes here every Tuesday at the outpatient treatment center. I told him yesterday that you were coming in, and he said, Michael was the first one that gave me Adderall.
Yeah, I probably did.
And he said, yeah, he had it for ADHD, and
I took it to study. He took it for a good night. I mean, I'm just messing around. I'm just teasing Donnie. But I don't know why. I think he maybe took it to study.
No, he took it to study.
I'm just teasing.
The first time.
But the first time. But the point is, guys, that's methylphenolate. It's meth. I mean, I don't know a nice way to put it.
Right.
It's literally a class 2 controlled substance. They keep it in a safe down below. That's not an easy thing to get. And I had it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, shit works for me. You can have it too.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. That's a good thing to be known for. I was trying to help him. Yeah.
Always trying to help people.
Always trying to. Even at that age.
Yeah.
Literally, we would hand it out because I just thought it was normal.
Yeah.
I thought, hey, you got some. Oh, dude, you need to sleep. Here, take this. I had no idea.
Yeah. So you don't drink. You've been sober a long time.
Long time. And
I want to ask you
10
about
years.
that. So because you're not someone who walks around calling yourself an alcoholic,
No.
What is your relationship with alcohol, and when did you decide it just wasn't for you?
I don't have a relationship with it. That's the one thing we all need to do. A lot of people still have a relationship with it. So I know exactly where it was. New Year's Eve, 2016. I'm with all the beautiful people. I'm in North Scottsdale. I'm at a place called The Princess.
Mm-hmm.
You know the TVC?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I'm out to dinner, and I'm looking around, and we're drinking that night with a group of people that I really, really enjoy. And I'm really not having any fun. I'm like, I don't know if you guys ever been sober around drunker people, and people bumping into people are annoying, crowding my space. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the sober one. I'm looking around. I'm like, I like the people I'm with, but I don't want to be with these other people. I'm going to wake up tired tomorrow. I don't even enjoy this. Why am I doing this? And I left the party for a minute in my mind. And then I realized, double why am I doing this? On a Monday, I'm helping people with problems that have alcohol, drug issues. They've been awful things happen. And I realized all of us are influential. If you're an aunt, you're an uncle, you're a guy walking down the street. You walk down the street and you light up a cigarette, you light up a blunt, you light up something, you're just encouraging someone else to do it. You don't even realize you're doing it. Even if you just if you're out for a run, you're encouraging someone to either run or be mad that they didn't run. So I'm sitting here, we're taking pictures, and I'm like, wait a second, this is going online. Mm-hmm. People are looking at me, and I'm an influence in people's lives. We all are. And why is it that I'm doing this? And that night I remember saying to myself these words: I'm going to accept that I'm influential because we all are. And I'm not going to be the guy that screws anyone else's life up. It wasn't that I had a major issue myself. It's that I was drinking for absolutely no reason at all. And I thought about it. I said, I'd rather be an example of a sober guy. And I'm not saying it was easy. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying the next couple of months were easy, but man, 6 months later, a year later, I don't even know anybody that drinks anymore.
Right.
I was out to dinner with Joe and everybody. I think one person had one cocktail out of 16 people at dinner. When I first drank, everyone drank. So the biggest reason I quit was it served no purpose in my life. And I really believed I didn't want to be the guy to screw anybody else up, because I truly believe if any of you look in the mirror, don't have to be guilty about it. The way we live is an inspiration for somebody. And I'd rather be an inspiration of a guy that doesn't drink than someone that does. And Plus, I mean, people are copycats. People are going to watch the show. They'll buy the book because you recommend it. They'll watch the show. They're like, oh, I should probably get mugs like this. You're promoting this beautiful coffee. That's a good place too. You're promoting the coffee or the tea from there. So that's the reason I stopped. And it was literally December 31st, around 10 o'clock at night, 2016. Never had a drink again. I don't know if that was God that talked to me. I don't know if that was me just finally telling myself to shut up. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, well, when I've been sober for 15 years, and
you got me beat. I'm gonna chase you.
Yes,
I'm gonna chase you.
I don't think you're not gonna catch up. Don't let me catch up.
Don't let me catch up.
You're not gonna catch up. When I first got sober, if you didn't drink, it's because you're an alcoholic. And people are like, huh, you don't drink? Oh, you must be an alcoholic. Today, there's a lot of people that don't drink. It's like the cat's out of the bag.
Cool.
There is nothing good about drinking. There's nothing good about it.
Only good thing about it is if you want to support a bunch of people you don't know to have money. They're the bad kind of the hospitals for the ODs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Bartles and James, if you want to support a bunch of companies, and there's nothing good that comes out. I'm making a joke, but literally, we do it out of like, and the reason I don't say addict is I don't like that word. I don't like it. I think it comes with it. There's nothing wrong with the word, but walking around calling yourself an addict, I don't think is the smartest thing.
Yeah, well, it's like when you go to an AA meeting. My name's Tim. I'm an alcoholic, and
I get it.
I
respect it.
Yeah, I have, and I do it. And there are people that say my name's Tim. I'm in recovery. Mm-hmm. I'm in long-term recovery, or I'm an alcoholic in long-term recovery, which I think is better than my name's Tim. I'm an alcoholic, because when you say I'm an alcoholic, you're like, that's the energy you're putting out.
You
there.
do got to put it up front. Up front, I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree at the beginning. You want to admit it your first couple months in.
Yeah.
But after a while, I mean, isn't it like, you know what, I found a better way to live and really come from a different place. I mean, it's, we can go deeper on that later.
Yeah.
If you like.
I'm a person in long-term recovery, which
I like that.
That feels better.
Yeah.
I'm
making my life work. For a while, I lived in a way that didn't work.
I lived in chaos.
Yeah.
I was selfish, self-centered. It was all about Tim.
Yeah.
It's
very selfish to have a problem that you don't deal with.
Yeah.
And I think the reason it's selfish is because, and I call that out, like, if you don't take care of your finances and people are going to depend on you at some point in your life, and you take 20 to 30 years to not do anything about it, I don't think that that's the most like giving thing to do. I think people should be on this earth to be the best version of themselves. They don't have to be perfect, but I think people should step up and be their best, and nothing about alcohol or drugs makes you a better person.
Right.
And then I know that for a case. You could be a good partier. Is that anybody's goal, to be the best partier?
Right. Yeah. How is that supportive? How is that being helpful? How is that being useful?
I can't be around it anymore. I go to Old Town, like look at a dinner, like I got to go home at like 7. Not that I want to get pulled in. I'm like, I find it disgusting. I'm not judging anybody anymore, but it's like, do you remember the smell of like the mat? Like if you ever want to stop drinking, just smell the mat underneath all the drinks at the bar. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like the smell of a
well, they had a drink called the bar mat.
I've drank it. I've drank it. Anyone drank that?
I've had
or the Windex. The Windex. The Windex was the bar rack.
Oh, it's terrible.
Been there.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You and I share a bad thing in common.
I just I know whenever you have a group of people that are even going to like sports games and a Cardinals game these days, you look around. It used to be everybody was drinking, and now you look around, and I mean, I'm looking and like everybody's drinking water.
Yeah. Well, considering the beer is $84, that's one of the things. You got to give a kidney to get one. I'm happy they're doing that.
Yes.
But it's nice. The water thing's great.
It is.
I think it's wonderful. People are drinking water. We'll have to make sure it's good water.
Yes.
But I love that people are not drinking as much. But I've noticed that. It comes back on the DUIs, cutbacks on the physical abuse and all that other stuff. But I love that. But then I also ask, if they're not doing that, the world didn't magically get safer and better. So what else are we doing that we're not talking about?
Right.
So the social thing is a little bit going down, but that's a whole different conversation.
It is. So you've worked with hundreds of thousands of people across all walks of life. When you look at the people in a room like this, people in recovery, what do you notice that's different about them compared to other audiences?
Nothing at all. I mean, they're human. I don't believe there's anything different. I believe we all have challenges. I mean, everybody's thing that they're dealing with is, I look at people, and my wife's like, this is my first message. How come you don't judge? How come you don't get bothered by people? I care so much that I don't care at all. Like, I don't need to baby anybody. We're all dealing with something. It just depends what that thing is. It's what emotion we're having. It could be going through a divorce. It could be our parents got divorced. It could be our mother left us in a subway when we were 9. It could be we didn't get a Lego set. It could be I didn't get a pony, or my company lost $100 million. It fell off my bike. I crashed my car. Everybody's got, they either have what they want or they don't. And it's either you're here or you're there. And most people here want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I really see is I see a group of human beings that are here, that if you want to get there, or you're happy with here or not happy with here. So I don't think it would be any different who was in the room. You could put billionaires, because I think a couple billionaires in here, but who wants to be the next billionaire? Anybody want that? Okay. So I got one guy. I like that guy. But the point is, I don't really see anything different. And if you see something different, you'll have to really look into that, because there's absolutely nothing different at all about a person. It's one of the beliefs I have. There's nothing different about a person that is struggling with something and a person that doesn't know they're about to struggle with something. So that's a very, very important understanding that most people have. It's self-image. Have you read Maxwell Maltz book?
No.
Psycho-Cybernetics?
No.
Self-esteem is a concept. He was a plastic surgeon back in the 40s or 50s, and he realized that he would change women's bodies and realize they're still miserable because his self-esteem was their self-image and self-esteem. And one is how another human being, how I perceive another human being sees me. And number 2 is how I see myself. But man, that's the game changer. You change your self-image, how you see you, and change your perception of other people see you, everything starts to get easier in your life. So I see a room of people that have a self-image and self-esteem. Is it the one they want?
Right.
And we like to upgrade those.
Well, it's kind of like whatever you believe, it's true.
Yep.
If I believe that I can or believe that I can't, I'm right.
Yep. Just a T at the end.
Yeah.
Same T in there and here. It's kind of like a cross.
It's like, of course you can do it.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Of course you
I think
can.
anybody can do anything. And that's the response. A lot of us didn't get that from our mom and dads when we were kids. Like, hey, I want to get sober. I'd be like, of course you can. Simple. Easy. May not happen in the next 5 minutes, but man, a guy like you totally can figure it out. If people talked like that with you,
yeah,
God, it would be great. The problem is you're like, well, I don't know if I believe them. I don't know if I believe myself. And once you fix words, everything changes. Because it's all words. Like, it's so easy to talk about these days with AI. Who's played with AI? Anybody? We all have, right? But dude, AI is never as powerful as words. There is no AI without words. 99% of our problems is words. Actually, all of our problems and all of our solutions are words.
Right.
Something bad happens. We talk about it to ourselves. We keep on repeating it. And they're like, I want that repeat to go away that you put there. And then it's like, dot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus that was a moment in time. It was a couple seconds. I made a mistake.
That's not your identity.
Dude, it's not even, you don't have a cell in your body left when you were 9 years old and your uncle did that shit. Nothing. Zero. It's gone. You're not even that person anymore.
Right.
Unless you want to be, which nobody should.
Or if that's what you believe, then yes, of course, that's what you are.
Yep. And I'd be in pain too if I believed that I was what I did. One of my mentors taught me this, a great, great lesson. He said, your past is good for 2 things, learning and laughing. And that's it. If not, get the hell out of that. This is one of my mentors, and he coaches me on stuff. And I said, he goes, in the past, man, we're going to laugh or we're going to learn. And when he helped Alex Rodriguez with that, because he worked with him, he's a decent baseball player, what happened was, he said, Frank Thomas, he said, one of the things he said was, if you look at every pitch that you either miss, it's in the past. Let's either laugh at it or learn from it. But if you live there, you'll be miserable. And the future, too, is a dangerous place. We're going to visit it. We're going to put a stake in the ground, and then we're coming now.
Right.
Which I know you believe in.
Yep, of course. Tell us about Core Live.
Yeah. Well, you know about it, too. So.
I know about it. I love it. I've been to the event. I'm going to go again.
Yeah. That's impressive when you get invited back and someone wants to see you again. So it's 2.5 days working on the most important person in your life, which is yourself. I mean, that's the biggest thing is 2.5 days figuring out what makes you do what you do. But the coolest part about it is you're in a room of a few hundred people and you start to realize how similar we all are. That thing that your mom did when you were 9, the thing your brother did, there were reasons for all of that. Not right or wrong, there were patterns. And once you learn the pattern, it literally gets you to be 2 to 3 seconds ahead of most people, meaning you'll walk in a situation, see a guy in a subway in New York, you see a guy walking down the street, you'll understand the homeless man, you'll understand your brother. You'll have 3 seconds before you reach for the glass. And you'll have a second because you'll recognize the pattern. So the entire event is what makes us do what we do, how to create something. It's the class we never took that we should have taken in school. Like, how many of you did go to kindergarten at some point? Like, think about this. Your first day of kindergarten. First thing they should have asked you is, what kind of life do you want? I know we wouldn't have known the answer, but I would have said, I want to be a mailman. I promise you I would have. They have those cool Jeeps. They drive around all day. They go to people's houses. They get to talk to everybody. They get gifts for the holidays. Then my teacher should have said, okay, here's the script on how to be a mailman. And if I would have changed, I want to be a baseball player, I could have got a script. So core is about the class we never took in school. The one to help you build the identity of the person you want. Number two is really getting you to build that self-esteem the way that you need. Because I remember being in school, and did anybody remember taking a test in school? Mm-hmm. Who here had trouble with tests? Do you guys have trouble? So funny. They're like, here's the material. And by the way, this is a test tomorrow. And they never told us that we'd have to know how to memorize. So I show up my first test. My brain goes blank. I failed the first test. I think I'm a loser. I think I'm bad at school. I thought I was bad at school until I was 31 years old. I thought I wasn't that smart at school until I ran into my friend Courtney, and he was a big, tough guy. Because you're 5'4" named Courtney, you got to be tough. Mm-hmm. And he, I told him, I said to my wife, I go, this guy's so smart. And he goes, Michael, you were smart. You just didn't try. You didn't apply yourself. Because why would I apply myself if I didn't think I was smart? So what happened was nobody taught me how to memorize. Nobody taught me how to take a test. And my whole confidence is based on how well I did in school. And think about that for a second. I literally didn't do well. So core teaches you how to develop the things we never picked up. Our confidence, our self-esteem, our structure, our communication, what makes us do what we do. So what did it do for you? How would you explain it? That's the psychological version.
Oh, man. I would... It's been a few years. I just remember it.
Your sister loved it too.
Yes, my sister loved it. I know lots of people that have gone to it. And also to mention, probably 20% of the people in that room were in recovery.
Yep.
Which, so for me, it was just...
Not just drugs and alcohol.
It was, yeah, exactly.
Gambling.
All
sex.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was just continued personal development. It was just peeling back another layer of the onion.
Yep.
And I've done a lot of work in recovery, 12 steps, AA, PSI seminars, your events, Genius Network, I would put in that category as well. So it's all just continued personal development. It's peeling back layers of the onion. It's digging deeper. It's figuring out why I do what I do, why I did what I did, and where am I now? Where do I want to go? And what are the barriers and the obstacles that are getting in my way? Yep. So that's kind of a vague answer.
It's a good answer.
But it's just helped me in my path to recovery, in recovery, and my personal development path. It's just another way for me to continue doing the work.
That's great. I really, when you put it in the recovery sense, how many people are 12 steps or been to a 12-step meeting? Okay. I will tell you, I believe core is step 13. Which I would call Bill W., dig him up and say, hey, here's step 13. Step 13 would be, I used to live differently, now I know how to live differently. I used to live differently, now this is how I live. And I think that's a really great place to get in your life, going, you know what, I did things for a reason, and now I've learned skills, strategies, and techniques that's not me anymore. So it's actually letting go of how we were and building the person we're capable of being that God put us here to be. If that's your faith, if that's what you do, I mean, you could fill in any blank you want there, but that's what I believe the event is for, is like really building the person that we feel in our heart, that we know we are. It's like a Tuesday afternoon. God, I should be doing better. Why am I not working out? What the hell are they doing that I'm not doing? Core is designed to actually introduce you to your future self and build such a beautiful relationship with that person. Because I think that's one of the issues with people that have trouble with recovery. They've got such a great relationship with their past.
Oof.
And they're like hugging their little boy, little girl, and they've never intimately hugged. I'm getting the chills as I say this, but never really built that future self, talked about it, built a relationship, built a bond, built a commitment for their future self. And your future self, meaning like 2 years from now, here's who I'm going to be. Because one of the beliefs I have is I never do a day that I haven't already had. I decide my day the night before I go to bed. I decide how the next day is going to go. And I'm wrong a lot, but I'm willing to be wrong. But I'm right a lot. So every time I'm right, my confidence goes up. Like, holy shit, I did that.
Yeah.
I decide I'm going to find a way that I made a lady call me today. I thought about this person yesterday. I'm like, I haven't talked to Tracy in forever. Texted me this morning. I haven't spoken to her in 8 years. And you know what? If she didn't call today, I never would have told you about it. But I believe I did that. And then I start believing I'm doing all this stuff. And then I start feeling I'm powerful, and powerful people can do anything.
Yeah. It's in line with like a Joe Dispenza. It's like the frequency that you put out, that's what comes back.
Yep.
if I believe it's going to happen, if I believe I'm going to get called, if I believe I can do X, Y, Z, if I believe I can get RFK on my podcast, guess what? He's going to be on my podcast.
Can I tell you a crazy story about that?
Yes.
Because I know Corbin helped you that show that
Yes,
day.
he did.
He sat in my office the day before. He said, Michael, here's what I want to do. I want to get around more influential people and do something. And literally, he left my office that day. You texted me 3 seconds later.
I remember.
I said, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's how that worked.
Yeah. He did amazing.
We all worked together.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah, he did amazing. Andrew Murdoch edited the YouTube video. Nice. And he did that whole thing.
Very good.
And he did an amazing job.
Good for you. Of course you got him on the show.
Of course.
So a guy like you does.
Of course.
Yeah.
I remember when I was talking to my team about it, I said, hey, I think I'm going to be able to get RFK on the show. And they were all like kind of rolling their eyes going, okay, sure, Tim. And just as we got closer, they're like, oh, holy shit, like it's actually happening. Of course it is. Of course,
and that's the thing is, of course, is such a powerful word. Like I use this all the time with people, and I'll say to them, like, someone will do something great. Guy goes, man, I haven't drank in 3 days. Of course you didn't drink in 3 days. You're powerful. Mm-hmm. And instead of like, that's good job. We're not friggin' SEALs, guys. Come on, stop being like, good job. Yeah. Like you gotta give them power. Of course you did, man. Dude, that's who you are. I see it. You see it. Yeah. And if we screw up, of course that happened. But dude, let's get back on. But that word, of course, man, that's powerful. Of course you did.
Another thing I learned from you is instead of saying I'm proud of you, it's you should be proud of yourself. Yeah. Because if you're proud of yourself, if you say you should be proud of yourself, then they can recreate that instead of needing somebody else to give them validation. I think that's how you worded it.
It's huge. I mean, the greatest healing we get in life is not needing shit from anybody. I'm just going to tell you, when you finally get to the point where you don't need anything from anybody, a lot of us want mommy and daddy to say good job because we didn't get it when we were 9 years old. I appreciate that. I understand it. I wanted it too. My dad's an aerospace engineer. I get it. I'd say I'd score. I play ice hockey. Anyone else like hockey at all? Okay. I like you. I'm a hockey people. You watching this series? It's great. If you're watching the Stanley Cup right now. But I would score like a goal and I'd knock out the guy in the other team. Not knock him out, but I'd bump him and he'd fall over. And I'd say, Dad, great game. And I'd go, yeah, but you missed that pass. He wasn't being rude. Mm-hmm. He was just pointing something out. He's an aerospace engineer. He was designed to, like, if anything messed up, people died. Yeah. So he always pointed out different things. So when you say that, that point, what made me bring that up is, as soon as you don't need anything from anybody, and I don't mean be a jerk, like subtle art of not giving a fuck. Like, we're not talking that. Mm-hmm. I'm talking like, you don't need someone to make you happy because you make yourself happy. Then you can actually let people in. And then you actually can meet their soul and not just their outside exterior. So the sooner you don't need things from people, like when you say, Michael, did I do a good job? Of course you did. And you don't need me to go, whoo, okay? Then you get to own your life. And I think most people are waiting for applause because that's what we've been trained versus giving ourselves applause, man. In my brain, man, I got a friggin' full stadium and they're going,
yeah.
But I had to put it there. It was never there. I built it.
Right.
I like that stadium.
Yeah.
It's like a soccer stadium just cheering me on.
Love it. Yeah. You don't need external validation. You got your own cheerleaders.
It's a weakness. They're teaching it every Saturday and Sunday in churches and temples all over the world, saying it's already inside of you. Stop looking externally. But everyone misses that message. Mm-hmm. I saw this thing yesterday. I saw this quote. It said, pray like it depends on God. But it said, act as though he's not showing up.
Okay.
And what that meant is, act as though it depends on you. Pray as though it depends on God to get it done. Mm-hmm. But act as though it'll require you, which means you've got to take action.
Yes.
And I may not have quoted that perfectly, but man, that was good. Because it's like, let's pray like we're going to get help. Mm-hmm. But if not, I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
What a great way to live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Responsibility.
Is that a real thing? I was going to blame you.
Is it?
And it doesn't do anything blaming anyone.
No.
I've never seen anybody, I've still to this day have not seen somebody yell at an umpire and ever get a call turned around. Now, you still want to yell because the next call. Okay. But I've never seen a call in a sport ever get flipped. And I've never seen blaming work. All blaming can do is just flip the emotional calendar for down the road. I've never seen it once. If anyone could produce that, $1 million for anybody who could produce an instant switch, I'll cut the check. But it's never happened in the history of sports. They're all going to go on Google and look, try to prove me wrong. But the point is, it's never been switched. It's never, ever. So blaming someone will absolutely 100% never work.
Never works. And that's one of the first things I learned in the 12-step program in recovery is just being responsible. Because if I'm not responsible, I'm a victim. If I'm not grateful, I'm a victim. life happens for me, not to me.
Yep.
And as long as I fully own and take responsibility, then I got a chance. Then I can make things different next time.
Yep. I mean, truth has never destroyed a relationship. Lying has.
Right.
So you lie, and then you tell the truth. It wasn't the truth that, I told you the truth. Well, you lied. That was the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just telling the truth has never destroyed any relationship. The destruction was the lie.
Right.
And we lie to ourselves and say we can't change, and that's a lie, because we can.
Yeah, we can change.
And that changed our relationship with ourselves, which recovery is the most beautiful thing in the world. And here's why. Even alcohol does a beautiful thing for people on drugs. It can offer you a relationship with yourself you've never had prior. So if you look at it that way and you get past it, don't go back for more. Does that make sense?
Right.
But what's amazing is if you're recovering, one of the most beautiful things that you can ever do is realize, man, I'm building a relationship with myself. Because nothing will drive you more to that than a challenge.
Right. Yep. So people in recovery, early recovery, are often told just don't drink or one day at a time. Mm-hmm. That's not a mindset. That's a rule. What's the difference and why does it matter?
People don't like rules. People like structure. And I would say this, I'd say, here's a plan that's worked before for other people. So when I started working with anorexics years ago, which is like people don't become an anorexic unless they've usually had some physical, emotional, or sexual harm. Okay, then they become bulimic or anorexic. Most people study like, why is someone anorexic? I figured out how actually people stop being anorexic. So you could study why people are anorexic, and then I could learn how to create an anorexic. I then learned how to get people actually this way. So when you look at it as a rule, I would say some people look at it as a rule. It's a path. And when you change the word from rule to path, driven people, which alcoholics are driven because we're driven to drink, will take our drive and go on a path. So the reason I like rule versus path, they're words, but they're different. Rules, to be honest, how many of you like rules? How many of you hate rules? How many of you go to like a place like Disney and can't stand those lines? I don't like that stuff. I don't want to be in a line. I don't want to go on a line at all. But this is a path that's worked for many and will probably work for you. So if you're helping somebody, you're sponsoring somebody, you're working with somebody, you love your friend, say, here's a path that's worked for me. I love to share with you. Because advice and direction are two different things. So that's one thing. What's the other part of the question?
One day at a time versus just don't drink.
One day at a time is great. I like one day at a time. I also like path. And then I would say to them, listen, here is a path that's worked for so many that I know would work for someone like you. We do it one day at a time. We catch up each day. We do it one moment, one day at a time. I like one day at a time. I really do, because it is one day at a time.
It is one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 5 minutes at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever you need. Break it down to as small as you need to. But
it's not about getting sober. It's about learning to live differently.
Right.
See, getting sober reminds you of alcohol. Remember this, folks. I'm going to mess with you right now. How many of you been to a casino? Don't go, but okay. I go to. I've gone from time to time. I have a lot of control over it now. But on the bottom of the cups, there's a thing called 1-800-GAMBLER, which you call. Those are sponsored by the casino. I just want to be very, very clear about this. So the casino gets a write-off on those little cups that used to be the change things because it's 1-800-GAMBLER. So when you talk about have a gambling addiction, it makes you want to gamble because you think about gambling. Learning to live differently has no emotional attachment. Learning to be sober is very different. So my recommendation is, listen, one of the paths I'm on is getting sober. I'm learning to live differently. Live differently, no emotional charge. Sober is like, oh, I got to get sober. Live different. Finding new reactions, live different, creating new patterns. There's no emotion involved. So sobriety is attached to alcohol and drugs.
Right.
And legal and illegal drugs.
Well, on that note, I would say that when I hear someone say, I'm just trying to make it till tomorrow, I'm just trying to stay sober today, just trying to make it to 30 days, I'm just trying to make it to 60 days, those are the people that don't make it.
Well, think of the word just.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm in the process of.
The people that make it are the people that are trying to live life differently. It's like, yes, I'm sober. I don't drink. It's not I'm trying to stop drinking. I'm trying to make it to 30 days. I'm trying to make it to 60 days. Those are the people that struggle. I mean, that's short-lived.
I could tell you the most dangerous words, Tim, is to go when I let's just say, and some of you, how many of you have been sober for a few months? Anybody? It's been a few months. Okay. And some of you look at me like, dude, easy for you. I'm gonna teach you the craziest thing right now. First off, be proud. You're doing it. That's great. You're already on your way. You're already an influence. So congratulations. It's freaking great. This is the part I want to really understand. Who here's ever watched a professional athlete, and like I'm old, but Michael Jordan. How many of you have ever seen Jordan? Kobe, Wayne Gretzky, Mike Tyson was my guy when I was a kid. How many of you like to punch people like Tyson? Okay. And what's interesting is you look at a guy like Tyson or Jordan or Kobe or LeBron, and here's what everyone repeat after me. We say things like, how do they say, do that? Watch this. In there lies false idols. And if you read your Bible at all, false idols are a bad thing. You're looking up, how do they do that? And we're putting them on a pedestal like they can and we can't. Watch the shift. How can I do that? Is different. Don't look at me and go, oh, easy for you to say. What you need to say is, how can I do that? Like I'd say, oh man, that's easy for that guy to ride that motorcycle. He's had one for 30 years, man. Easy for him. Versus, how could I do that? The second you realize you could do it too, that's where life changes. We typically put people on pedestals, which means we put ourselves in the ground. Remember the Jetsons when we were kids? They were Spacely. He was up on a desk. If anybody remembers the Jetsons, we are. Yeah. Okay. I talked to two of you. Okay, good. But we look up at like this, like it's a big thing. Instead of looking up at something, we need to look up at ourselves. So instead of looking at me, go, man, that's easy for him. Say it'd be easy for me too. How can I do that? Not how do they do that? When we put it as they, we make it hard for us. How can I do that? You go to a meeting, guys, I've been sober 45 years. Great question. How can I do that? And then your mind goes, plan. Get Michael to do that. So those words. So next time you watch a pro athlete, you watch the Olympics, go, man, how can I do that? Not how do they do that? How can I do that? Change your whole life. Confidence goes up because you can. If you dedicated yourself, you can.
Of course I can.
Language.
Same thing.
Good. I mean, anyone sneezes, that was a good sneeze. Solid. Yeah. I mean, if I needed a guy to sneeze good, you did great. Yeah.
You talk about raising your average.
Yep.
For someone who's been in active addiction, their average has been pretty low. Maybe in survival mode, shame, chaos. How do you start raising an average that's been underground?
Well, first we figure out what an average is. How many of you believe that at some level you do kind of the same thing all the time? Does anybody know that you eat like the same food when you're out doing what you're doing? Like
we were just talking about this before you even showed up.
I knew that.
You sit in the same seat. You order the same food at the same restaurant. You're doing.
You go to the same website.
Yes.
You do the same thing. Like how many of you done this? You get in your car like I'm hungry, and you go, I don't want to go there. And you don't go to that first place. You drive around for another 45 freaking minutes just to go back to the first place. How many of you have done that? Okay, it's like a pattern we have. So we have an average, and our average is us. So my license plate on my truck says average sucks for a simple reason. It's just to remind me every day that my average will never make me happy. My higher level me, what I want, the life that I'm capable is going to make me happy. So the problem we run into as people is our unconscious minds are designed to take the path of least resistance and to get us what we said we wanted in our lives. Because I think the best way I could explain this, Tim, is like everything we do in our lives was a really good idea at one point. How many of you realize at one point it was a good idea? Anybody got that? Like you're having a bad thought in your head. Pick up a drink. It seemed like a good idea, right? Just this thing. At the moment, it was a good idea. So we have what we don't want, what we want. But what really controls us is our identity and how we show up in people's lives. So like every one of you has a pact or has an agreement with people like, hey, listen, we need an addict in our family. I'll take the role. I'm being serious. Every family needs one. How many of you are cool with letting somebody else have that job? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Let someone else be the addict. Let someone else be the guy with the problem. I'm the guy sober now. I'm the guy feeling good. I'm the guy in recovery. I need a broke guy in the family. I need a guy with an issue in the family. I need a rich guy. I need this. So like all jobs are available. We just keep on taking the same role. So like you can be Luke Skywalker. Again, I'm a Star Wars guy. Or you can be man holding spear in corner. Do you guys get it? They're both available. One pays a lot more than the other. One's got some cool, like, how many of you want the force, right? Like, I want the force. I want the power, right? How many of you have seen, like, you got me, do you ride bike? You ride motorcycle? Yeah. Yeah, I look at it. I'm like, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy. You could be Jax. Remember that show? You could be like the guy, or you could be the guy that gets run over. Do you guys know what I'm saying? So my desire is for all of you to realize that we have an average and we keep on doing the same thing. What would you like your average to be? And if you want to change it, here's the secret. It's a script. Now, let me explain what I mean. Like, what's a movie that I might know that you guys know? Does anybody, like, throw me a movie? Anyone throw me a movie? Not Star Wars, but like a movie with a, like a top. Lord of the Rings. Godfather. Don Corleone. We can tell him from Jersey, right? So Godfather, or like Braveheart, right? Braveheart, you all seen Braveheart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's got a script. Or Liam Neeson in Taken. You ever seen that movie? What did he say? I've got a unique set of skills, and when I find you, I'll kill you. He didn't say, yo, bro, what's up, dog? I'm going to knock you out. He didn't say that. He said, what? I've got a unique set of skills, and when I find you, I'm going to kill you. It's a script. So every day we wake up, we have a script. So our average is our language. It's how often we say that word in that order produces the life that we have. Because man holding spear in corner says, me hold spear. If you want to be Brad Pitt in, Fight Club, you're going to sound different, which is a great movie everybody should watch. Okay.
Dazed and Confused.
What's Dazed and Confused? You can be one of those roles, right?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
It's a
great movie. And how many of you have been dazed? And I've been very confused. But the point is, I would say your average is how often you use what words in your life and in what order create what it is you have. And you've got a script. How often do you say that? Like before I go to bed, Tim, one of the things I do, I have a must board next to my bed, sheet of paper and a pen. We have pens here? Do you guys have paper? Before I go to bed, I decide how the next day is going to go. I go, here's how tomorrow's going to go. Wake up with energy. Number 2, find a way to help people and make someone smile. And the next day I did all 3 of those things. I'm like, God, I'm good at this.
Yes.
God, I'm good at it. Next day I'll go crazy. Like, find a way to make a little extra money. Man, I'm good at this.
Mm-hmm.
So funny is like we design our script. And is your script, I'm a screw up, I'm a loser, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. I like to make that noise too whenever I start saying that stuff to myself. Yeah. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's your average.
That's a good answer.
It's how often you say what words in what order, and you don't have to be anal about it. How do you walk around? Oh, my life sucks. My life sucks. But it's a script.
Mm-hmm.
Things are easy for me. That's a BS script. They're not sometimes. But a real great script would be, you know what? I am literally going to stay away from my past unless to laugh or learn. And I'm going to learn something today about my life, and I'm going to go help some people. And when you make your life not about you for a minute, we stop being selfish, focus only on our problems, life gets easy. I believe God wants to help people more that are helping other people than ones that are focused only on their problems. I don't know if religion comes in here, but it is now.
Okay. Love it.
Yep.
What's one communication strategy you share with your high-level clients that works every time?
Every time's a loaded thing. Nothing works every time, but stuff that works regularly.
Mm-hmm.
We good on time too?
We're good.
Okay, cool. I'm good too.
You guys good on time?
You guys enjoying yourselves? Okay. So give me a context. Like I have a ton of high-level clients. I work with a lot of things. Give me an area of life.
Why don't we say people that are in early recovery? What's give us a strategy that works every time?
I would say right off the bat, I'd say, listen, you're doing great, and you know you are. And right off the bat, and we're going to do this together. And I'm going to tell you, here's one thing I'd say if somebody was getting sober, getting off drugs, or staying away from something they needed to stay away from, I'd say, we're going to build a new you. And then I also realize people are in recovery. I give them this little thing I look right and I look left. And I say this to them. I said, listen, are you okay with the idea this may be easier than you thought it would be? See, my first session with me one-on-one is, are you okay with the idea that this could actually be easier than you thought? I just want to be really okay that you're okay with that. Because when you work with me, it's got to be easy and it's got to be quick and it's going to be fun. And then number 2, I look at them. Okay, great. So the first thing I'd like you to teach me is, can you teach me your strategy for happiness? Nobody has an answer.
Right.
Nobody taught you how to trigger happiness at will? Like, no, I didn't get that class. Well, dude, I think that's where we start. How about we spend our next couple sessions learning how to create happiness at will? Because do you know that happiness and self-love is the eradicator of doing things we don't want to do? So then I help them build that. That's one of the first things we do. Because did any of you when you were in school, did anybody teach you how to deal with a bad day? Did anybody take that class? How to deal with a bad day? How to deal with a breakup? How to deal with when bad shit happens? Nobody. Dude, let's build a strategy, like a little little button we can create on ourselves. So I teach them techniques on how to notice things. Like even like with food, I tell them, I said, listen, the most high functioning people I know, like if you look at the religions that limit food, they're the wealthiest people. Guaranteed, the groups that you will look economically that will limit either certain things or certain urges, they are the wealthiest of all groups of people. I found this out. So let's create something like that for ourselves. So I teach them how to limit their simple urges. And here's what I do. I'd say, when you eat, most people call it all food. I say to them something as simple as this. The next time you eat, I want you to talk to your food. Now that sounds stupid, but if you're going to put it inside of you for the next 4 or 5 years, it's going to live there for a while. you probably should know its name and where it's from. It's like dating. Do you guys get that? I'm being serious, and I make a joke, and then I'd say, food's one of three things. It's not food. You call it food, like all addiction's not the same. It's different.
Right.
I'd say foods are three different things. It's nutrition, which like broccoli and protein with nothing on it. Entertainment, Taco Bell, and then binge eating. How many of you have been 3 o'clock in the morning at Filiberto's? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That's binging. You should not be there. Do you guys get it? That's not good. That's addiction. So when I look at it that way, the next time you have food, just ask yourself a question. What's your name? My name's Doritos. What's your intentions with me? Get you to feel like crap. Okay? And the thing is, I call things for what they are. So my clients, I say, if you're going to go drink tonight, go do it. Here's what I want you to do. Just tell yourself the truth. I'm going to have this tonight. I'm going to feel like crap tomorrow. Let's go. And they're like, well, take us all the fun out of it, Michael. It's funny they call it happy hour, isn't it? Why don't they call it bad day hour? Because the next day is going to suck. How about drain your bank account hour? Correct? Mm-hmm. We don't get high, we get low. So I think the whole world should start looking at it like, you know what I did today? I got low. No, you didn't get high, you got low. Because no one wants to talk about that part. And no one's ever said that before, have they?
No. Have you read Letting Go by David Hawkins?
Sounds like a good book.
It's a great book. He talks about attachments. And really the reason why we're not happy is because we're attached to the way that we thought that things should be. It's all about attachments.
It's all attachments. We're attached to like our rules in our life and how things, and I hate rules. You guys admit you don't like rules. Stop with the rules.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm enjoying this.
All right. So I think we can probably, I've got a bunch of,
I'm good.
I have more questions. No, we're not going to stop.
Oh, okay.
No, I have more questions, but I want to open it up to the crowd. You guys have questions? All right. We got
You do?
questions. All right, let's start here.
So,
What's your name?
Cody.
Hey, Cody. It's a good name.
Thank you. So like, how do you feel about like the saying, "Don't worry about the past, don't worry about the future, just worry about what's going on in the present"?
I don't think I've ever heard that before today, but I know what you mean by it. You mean like be in the now?
Yeah.
Here's my question. How does it work for you? Because how I feel about it is irrelevant to you. Now, if you want to know what I like, that will help you understand me. Do you want to understand me, or do you want a better plan for you?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I always love to understand what people mean by something. Someone says, I want to get sober. Well, what's your definition of sober? Everyone's got different. That's a great question, isn't it? Sobriety means different things to different people. Some people it's like 40 meetings a day. Some people it's 12 a week. Some it's no meetings. So we need to know what your outcome is. So ask the question again.
How do you feel about not living in the past, not living in the future, just living in the present?
I think it's not easy, but it's also not hard. I think it's necessary because there is no such thing as the past or the future. There's really only now.
Right.
If you really think about it, there's not. I mean, what are you talking about? Like when you tell me about what happened when you were 9, you're just telling me about pictures, sounds, and feelings that have already happened. You can't even tell me about a trip you went on and be honest with me because the past is all lies. Because anything you tell me, like, let's just say, last week I drove to the store. Lie. Did you come back? I mean, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me about it. So I think the only thing that makes sense is what's happening right now, which is wonderful because we could change now in a moment.
I agree with you on that. I really do.
Does that answer your question?
It does, because you can't worry about what happened back then.
You can. I always tell people, totally optional. If you want to worry about the past and be miserable, totally optional. Is that what you want?
Nope.
Yeah. You're doing great. But you knew that already. Caesar. What's up, Caesar? How you doing? What kind of bike you got?
Huh?
What kind of bike you got?
I don't have one yet.
Yeah?
I had one. I had to sell it though.
How to tow it?
Sell it.
Oh, they said tow it.
No.
Yeah. It happens. What's going on?
So you said that you never seen a call challenge in baseball and get reversed?
Yeah.
Or not baseball, it's sports. But they can challenge it in baseball now and they get reversed all the time.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean from the yelling.
From the young. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I meant from the yelling. Yeah. That's completely different. That is from what I meant by that was there's reviews now because of that. What I'm talking about is just someone yelling at somebody.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Yeah, I know you are. He's like, I want the $1 million.
What's that?
You're like, I want the $1 million so I can buy a bike. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So you mentioned that you don't believe in calling yourself like an alcoholic or an addict and stuff. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? Because I don't call myself an alcoholic or an addict. I don't like those terms.
So we share a similar vibe, and I like both these questions. And a lot of times we're looking for in life. We're looking for. This is what I love about this community. I love what Tim does, and I love what we're doing. We're getting around other people that are headed on a similar path. So my problem with the word addict, doesn't that summarize there's a problem? And the way the mind works, just to give you guys quick clarity, there's the brain and the mind. And you never should see your brain. If you've seen your brain, that's very scary. Do you guys get it? And the mind runs the brain. That's your operating system, like what runs your phone. And it really has a couple of very simple objectives. One is to continue to get you what you talk about by looking for advantages and things to avoid. So when you say addict, it's code word for problem. And the mind is like addict, 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 addict. What do addicts do? Addicts take substances. So you start thinking more about it. So I'm working on living a very clean and healthy life, right? So I'm very careful. Even if we weren't talking drugs and alcohol, we say like, man, a divorce. Let's say divorce, right? Has anyone been through a divorce? Okay. It's tough, man. What does divorce come with? Shame, guilt? I mean, there's no way it doesn't. It's built in. It's built in. So divorce takes 3 seconds. You sign the little paper and we're done. What you're doing is you have a different relationship with the same person. Like, who's ever lost somebody you love? Anybody ever lost someone they love? Like, I even think of Sean. I talk to him all the time. He lives as my neighbor. He used to come over. Maya and I what would Sean do? We talk to Sean. I can hear his voice. My relationship with the man is different. He's gone. He's been gone since 2019. Okay. But he's not dead. Our relationship is different. Death is so sad. Eventually you go to no therapy and eventually you realize, got it. My relationship with them was different. So the word divorce has got a lot of emotions. The word addiction's got a lot of emotions. You know what doesn't have emotions? Path. Live differently. That doesn't have emotions, does it? So why would we tie, I'm a gambling addict, which goes casino, roulette, blackjack, versus there was a time in my life I had less control and now I'm learning to live differently. This is how I believe. I could be incorrect. I do believe, like Tim says, step one, got to get up there, man, admit it, bring the people in, let's go. But there's going to be a time in a very short order that we need to move past that. Am I correct? Because you don't want anybody leaving here going, I'm an addict. You want people to go, man, I've literally learned how to turn my life around. And now I'm going to be an example for what else is possible. I'm learning to use my life for something different. That's powerful. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah,
You and I'd hang out.
Let's do it.
Good stuff. You like baseball?
I do.
Yeah. Who's your team?
Right now, Diamondbacks.
Yeah. You from here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm a Yankees fan.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's so funny to say too bad. Like 900 pennants, but it's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay. Who else we got a question? I'd love to get a couple more. Even if you don't have a question, what are you feeling or thinking? What's your name?
Luis.
You're doing great, I can tell.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Today your last day.
Today's my last day. Yeah.
Right.
It's your last day here, but your first day being an example.
That's right.
It's great. Good job.
Did you have to go to rehab or anything like that, or you just did it on your own?
I just stopped. I had the same thing everybody else did. I had a pattern. People's patterns are stronger than others. I had a pattern. I would go places. They'd offer me a drink. I'd take one. They're a tough day. I'd take one. I remember when I was a kid, I'd valet. I'd come home. Oh, God, I had a hard day. I'd go pick up a 6-pack and a movie at Blockbuster and drink. I didn't need to do that. It was a pattern, right? So I had a pattern. Do you like that word pattern?
Yeah.
You used to have pattern, didn't you? Yeah.
My car would drive by.
And now we're going to make a new pattern, right? My car would drive into the liquor store instead of the drive by, right?
Yeah.
So where I'm going with this is I think of this is if we look at it as a pattern, like I have a pattern of driving by McDonald's. Some people have a pattern of going in. Some people have a pattern of saying, oh, man, but it's a good price. I have a pattern of saying it'll kill you. Do you know what I mean? Like, just pick your pattern.
Nice.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not saying your way is better than mine. You did the right thing. You're here. We're better now, correct?
Correct.
When's the last time you touched something you shouldn't have touched?
4 months ago.
Dude, that's amazing. My belief is if you can do 4 months, you can do 400 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
Me too. Thank you.
Come chase me.
I will.
Yeah. If you catch me, I'll start. See, it's harder for me to start than it is for some people to stop. I want you to start talking that way. Smoking, man, I am not against it. It would be so hard for me to start smoking. I don't think I could start. That's why it would be so hard for me to start. I'll let someone else do it. And let someone else have it. Folks, we got to pass on. Like, how many of you have traded baseball cards? You guys garbage pail kids? Do you have those? Yeah. Trade on to someone else. God, the world needs someone else to take on your role. I'd like you to hand over, not that we wish harm on anybody. Let someone else go through what you just went through for the last 4 months. I want you to give that to someone else and give them the same outcome you got. We've got to pass on this problem, not a problem to someone else, but we got to upgrade. You got to upgrade yourself. Like, do an upgrade. I used to live differently. Now I don't. Let someone else have that. The world's always going to have these challenges. They don't go away. Let someone else have it, then they'll get through it. It's a good way to look at it. Swap.
Thank you.
Any other question? You got one? What's your name?
I'm Colton.
It's a good name.
Thank you, sir. So my question is a lot of the stuff you said, I feel like I've been really trying to put this into my life, just being of service to others.
Trying to or in the process of?
In the process of putting it
See,
into my
if we
life.
change the algorithm to do, hey, Siri, try to turn on the radio to say, I can't help you.
Yeah.
So we're going to remove the word try because Yoda said so. But the reason we're going to remove it is it's just bad programming. It's what I call loser language. I love you. You're a winner. Do you agree you're a winner?
I do agree.
Do you agree even people that drink a lot are winning? They're winning at the thing they want. Switch the thing you want. So now ask your question.
So I'm in the process.
It feels better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does feel better.
Give me that Tom Brady arrogant look. Like, yeah, I'm in the process.
Yeah, I'm in the process.
Shit-eating grin. Yeah, I'm
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of making these changes and just really like trying. In the process.
What's his name over there?
Caesar.
Caesar, smack you. You
No,
should try. I'm
please,
just kidding. No, yeah.
please.
I bet he's like just a Care Bear.
So I'm in the
guy.
process of putting these changes into my life, being of service to others and really thinking about myself less. In the past, I've had a big problem where I get self-absorbed.
Don't talk, no. In the past, it wasn't as easy.
It wasn't as easy in the past. I was very self-absorbed. I was very delusional with how I looked at reality.
Yeah.
And now I think I see things more clearly, but a lot of
Let's get rid of the button, make it an and.
And
because the button negates everything you just said.
On my case right now, and the things.
Am I on your case or am I guiding you?
You're guiding me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you want advice from Tim or direction?
I want direction.
How many of you realize Camelback Recovery is not advice, it's direction?
It's direction.
And when you take a new direction, we get a new life. We got to stop looking for advice. Advice is for beginners, and none of you are beginner. How many of you realize take direction? Learn how to take direction. Learn how to, someone teach you how to hold that bat. You want to hit a bat like A-Rod or whatever it is. You want to hit a bat like, you want to hit like my daughter's a figure skater. You want to be a gold medalist. Don't take advice, take direction.
See, that's the thing that I'm kind of confused with though, is like looking at all these people and wanting to be like
Which
them.
people?
A-Rod, the gold medalist. Like, how can I be that way when it's like, I'm kind of in this place where it's almost like, why do I need to be anything else than who I am?
You don't. What I'm saying is find the person that is a little closer to your future self or take direction from yourself.
I do believe so. I believe
Tell me
that
someone you know that's living a little better than you. That would be a good next step.
Say you and Tim.
Great. So what are we doing that you're not? We're focused on our language. One of the things my mentor taught me was this. When you eat, you are going to eat today?
Yes.
Put your freaking fork down. Look how much control you have. I guarantee you eat with your fork in your hand and never put that damn thing down.
Oh, yeah.
Put the thing down, sit back, chew your food, take a deep breath, and you're going to feel potentially an anxiety come out. Like, what the? Because people preload their fork. Put it down. I'm in control of you, food. Give yourself power everywhere you go. You put yourself in here, you can get yourself out of here.
It's cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I'm delusional, man. I'm crazy. I believe I'm doing all this. You get what I mean by that fork?
Yeah.
What do I mean by that?
You mean taking the power back
Was
over
that
every
advice
situation?
or was that direction?
That was direction.
I'm in the zone all the time, as much as I can. And when I'm not, I have to get back there. I'm optimistic. I'm thinking positive. I think I'm powerful. That's what I want you to do. This is not just over. Your issue has never been drugs or alcohol. Your issue is learning how to live.
So it's like belief and intent in everything you do. Belief that I can accomplish anything that's in my way. I can control, not necessarily control, but I can control myself. So in other words, I can control the reality around me because I'm controlling myself.
If fear is false evidence appearing real, we need frequent evidence to appear that it's real. I'm just making that up. But the point is, if you have evidence that you're powerful and in control, you can do anything you want. Give yourself evidence. Put down that fork. Read 10 pages in a book. Tell yourself, this is something I'm going to do tomorrow. Find yourself doing it. If you give yourself, we have evidence to drink, we have evidence to not drink. So I want you to give yourself some power, buddy. This is one of the things I do with my high coaching clients, the high level ones. This is one Tim asked me earlier, but I had to have a person like you to share this with. Is anybody learning anything right now? We've got to give ourselves evidence. Evidence. That's all we've ever needed. Proof of concept. Got it?
Got it. I just got one more question.
Yep.
During the little podcast here, you said we should look up to ourselves. But I'm kind of confused. Is that like with humility and confidence? Because like sometimes I feel like if I'm looking up to myself too much.
It's with a blue shirt on a Tuesday while you're eating a burrito.
Huh.
We're going to teach you how to go from fat. One of the things you're going to do, how long you been here?
I've been here like 3 weeks.
Fantastic. You're doing great. One thing I'm going to tell you is one of your outcomes is how do I take my 5 or 10,000 thoughts I'm having a day and turn that down to like 100 or 200 or 1,000? I want you to do what works and not try to do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Because perfection is actually procrastination. Perfection is really masked. All perfectionism is it's BS. It's just waiting for the perfect day to get started. There's no such thing as perfectionism. There's just procrastination. And just we pretend we're perfectionists. We're just giving ourselves a reason. So you know the answer. Why don't you answer that for me?
I would say yes with humility and confidence without the cockiness, because I feel like there's a fine line for myself where I'm
learning to get comfortable with my own confidence.
Yes.
Is that true?
I'm learning to get more comfortable in my confidence.
Yeah. See, there's no difference between you and me. I'm just using my words differently than you are.
I see.
You and I are identical. You use your words one way and I use my words another way. So you think it's some crazy magic trick?
No.
When you change buts for ands, your life is different. When you stop saying they and start saying I, your mind is different. You're staring at me right now and you're taking a different path. So you'll find ways to be great. And then I'll just say this to you and everybody. Tonight you'll go through a process called sleep. And a lot of what I shared with you and what Tim's been sharing for months, allow it to be easier. Before you go to bed at night, I recommend all of you, don't be on it. I don't know if they have phones at night. If you don't have phones, turn those damn things off. Read a freaking book. Whatever you do the first 30 minutes before you go to bed is going to be more important than anything else you do. Because while you're sleeping, your unconscious mind goes through everything. I would just tell your unconscious mind, hey, listen, you already know how to do this better than me. How about we wake up tomorrow better? I trust you. And just go to bed. Go to bed and then wake up tomorrow and you'll have an idea. Or go to bed watching 3 hours of horror shows on TV and wonder why you're miserable. Because those people do the same thing I do in these big corporations. They make these shows so you get addicted to them. You know, I work with addiction experts. They do the same thing as influence experts. They influence you to get addicted to your phone or to drugs and alcohol. All these companies got addiction experts. And so what do they use? They use words. Now we need to become, if you're going to be addicted to something, how about addicted to making a difference? How about addicted to being an example? That's exciting. You're getting it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Everything you say,
Makes sense, doesn't
it
it?
does.
What's funny is you heard it, so it's inside your mind now. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, thanks for coming out. What was your name again, sir?
My name's Michael.
Michael. I'm John.
Hey, John, how are you?
Doing pretty
You look
good.
so familiar.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
I get that sometimes.
So you're a Gen Xer too with the name John?
Huh?
You a Gen Xer? You a 70s, 80s kid?
86.
Yeah.
86.
Almost a Gen Xer is raised by one because the name's John. They just stopped using them.
Yeah.
Tim, John, all these biblical names are gone.
It's technically
Michael.
Jonathan, but that's still kind of old
I'll call you
school.
Johnny boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they call me at work.
Go ahead.
But awesome, man. So basically what I'm getting from this is, and I've integrated some of what you've said, but this is like awesome because it's like, why not do it all the time, right? It's like,
Here's my favorite term.
Yeah.
More often than not.
right.
The reason I like more often than not, if you did it 51% of the time, is that great?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, 50%?
51%.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you say more often than not instead of all the time? All the
Right.
time is guaranteed loss.
Yeah.
Nobody does anything all the time. Folks, you don't even love your kids all the time. Sometimes they drive you nuts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You still love them, but they drive you nuts at that moment. You're like, I'll kill them, right? But don't do that. But the point is, say it again with more often than not.
More often than not. I typically take your mindset where, what is this, reverse psychology basically?
Is it my mindset or yours?
My mindset, yeah. But I'm trying to look at someone who's, further along than me, not to compare per se, but
Direction.
Yeah. But so basically I'm getting from, what I'm getting from this is basically happiness is a state of mind.
It's a process. Depression is too. Depression is a thing we do, and happiness is a thing we do, and success is a state of being. And state of mind is not positive. It's not happiness and positive are not the same thing. It's literally a way that we hold our body, and the way that we move, and the way that we look at life.
Just like immerse yourself in happiness, basically.
That'll be where you get started, and that's where everybody gets started till they get an example. But literally, if I went like happiness is lean like this, do this, twist this, and say dog, If that made me happy, that makes me happy. Then every time I can do it. But if happiness is to me only the day I get a brand new puppy, I'll be miserable because what do you get a new puppy every day of the week? Very expensive, a lot of poop.
It's
A
fun.
lot of people say I'm only happy when this happens. We create limitations. So happiness is a choice. And I got a lot of ways to be happy. I'm happy when I help people. I'm happy when I learn something about myself. I'm happy when I find myself doing something and I put it down. Like I'll tell you, you've got to give yourself more ways to be happy than not. Problem is most people I'll be only happy when I'm sober and rich. Are you sober and rich now? No. Well, then you can't be happy. That's ridiculous. I'm happy when I have a good thought or read a book or I pet a dog or take a deep breath. Got it?
Heck yeah. So you being a Yankees fan, this is probably a silly question, but you're obviously going for the Knicks, right?
Yeah, I'm Knicks. It goes Knicks, Rangers, Yankees. Yeah.
Okay, sick. With Jets or Giants?
Giants for sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
I figured so.
I grew up a Hostetler fan and Phil Simms. You probably don't know who that is, but
nice. Do you despise the Cowboys as much as
I
Philadelphia
don't despise
fans?
anybody. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I think they're great. Anyone that gets that level, I don't despise any professional athlete. I think they're absolutely all amazing.
Oh yeah. Much
Anybody
respect.
that can get to that level, unbelievable.
Seriously.
I love watching greatness.
Me
It's
too.
very attractive.
100%.
All of us have it inside. You just have to accept it.
You're awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, you too.
Appreciate you.
It was fun. You guys are great. You're doing great things.
All right. Who else has a question?
Any last question?
Sometimes after this, people come up and say, hey, I have a question I didn't ask.
A little late.
Just remember, any question you have, someone else has that question too.
Yep.
Here we go.
Thanks very much. I
You're welcome very much.
hesitated or did hesitate to ask this question because it starts off all hoity-toity and kind of just ends with a very simple, what's your perspective on that? But recently, I've been very into the way that language shapes our minds,
Yep.
and that ultimately language, just like everything else around us, just symbolizes certain things to us. Words don't have inherent meaning. The word stop sign only works if you've been around a stop sign. You know the word stop. You've seen the sign before. To someone who's never interacted with a stop sign before, it might be a great place to bang your head against the
Yeah.
face.
What's your question?
So your face is as red as the stop sign. So I wanted you to talk about how using like synonymous words, but changing them into knowing the difference between them.
Yeah.
How does one do that when they understand that words are illusory?
Okay.
You know?
So you're using words on yourself like a magic trick to like, you're like, you're not going all in on this. You're kind of like, I like this, but I'm scared of it. But I want to do it, and illusory, and you're using fancy words. I went to Arizona State. I can't really spell that well, okay? But I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. I had trouble working out for years, and I couldn't figure out why. I get up, I said, I need to work out, I need to work out, I need to work out. Workout led to, did it for 5 to 7 days, then stopped. Did it for 2 weeks, then stopped. Did it. But I always was able to do it as a kid. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do it. And then I'm like, you know what? It's attached to an old version of me. So I stopped working out. I think it's stupid. I train now. Training is my version of workout. Train gets me to do it. Workout, you see where I'm going? I found a word that works for me. So you've got to find the language that actually works for you and serves you.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So I find words that work, and I play with words. Someone's like, I'm in love. I'm like, well, how do you know? And they're like, well, I just really like that person. Okay, do you like them or do you love them? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you love them or are you infatuated? Which is it? Are you obsessed? Like, we like to play with language until we fall on the word that works. Because if any of you have done sales, we always want to learn how to sell and market to other people, but very few people are good at marketing themselves to themselves. That's what we need to get. I'm going to sell me to me. That's great. I bought a website years ago called How to Sell Yourself to Yourself. Because that's what we're all looking to do. It's all a sales pitch, folks. Everything you want to do is going to be a sales pitch. What kind of pitch? Man, I got a problem. That's a pitch. Man, this is all going to work out. That's a pitch. Better the pitch, the deeper it is emotional, better chance you are to do it.
A second question on that. What if someone doesn't like sales, for example? How would you word that differently then? Do you know what
Is
I'm
it that they don't like sales or they don't have a lot of experience with it?
For example, someone like me has experience doing sales. I hate it.
I would
I
say
hate being sold, and I hate
you're
selling.
selling me right now on why I should listen to you, but that's fine. So you're doing it anyways. You just don't want to admit it.
That word doesn't exactly.
So what would we do? So
define
instead
what
of
we're
me
doing.
telling you how to do it, what would we do now that you understand? Is it we need to get better at sales, or we need to learn how to influence ourselves? Got it.
Yeah. Now I
You
get it.
like that? So
Yeah.
I'm not attached to which word? Is he leaving already? You going?
Yeah.
You out of here?
I think I just have to do discharge work.
Congratulations, man.
Congrats.
Hey, the world deserves to see more of you show up. Has that world out there seen even the version of you that they're capable of seeing?
Getting there.
A little bit each day. So instead of getting better each day, how about you share with the world a little bit more about you each day and show how great you are? Go be an example, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yep. That's awesome.
I appreciate
Got
that.
it?
Yeah.
Cool. You had one more, Tim?
No.
If not, I'll take your final questions or thoughts.
Yeah.
This is great, guys. This is 10 times more enjoyable. I thought it'd be great. You guys were 10 times greater than I expected. Even the quiet ones. I like all of you.
Yeah. So what I was thinking about is before people go to bed, how important is the last thing that they do, read, listen to before someone goes to bed at night?
You want to capture this. So before you go to sleep at night, you're going to spend 8 hours with your mind at probably the least amount of external thoughts as possible. So it's also going to take the thing that you just said a few seconds ago to yourself, and it's going to run it over hundreds of times over and over and over again. So it isn't something to be scared of, because a lot of times I'll say to people, hey, careful what you say before you go to bed. Like, oh my God, I watched this. It's going to go bad. That's not the purpose. It's a suggestion. So before you go to bed, I encourage you to make a suggestion to yourself. It's super important, because what you think about before you go to bed will live in your mind for 8 hours every night, and it'll believe you're talking about you. The other thing I'm going to tell you is, if we spend our time complaining about other people or talking about other people, your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So when you say, John's an idiot, your mind doesn't know what a John is. It thinks you're an idiot. So just the word idiot makes you think idiot. The word alcoholic makes you think of alcohol, right? So whatever you think about, you bring about in your mind. So you're like, man, that guy is always late, and then your mind is conditioning yourself to be later to ruin the relationship, versus, you know what? They're not on time. It happened. So one of the things that we need to recognize is, what, before we go to bed, that's your sacred time, that 30 minutes before bed. Take a deep breath. Take a bath. Do whatever you're going to do. Relax. Read 10 pages in a book. Get a yellow book light. Read a physical book, tactile, something you can touch. Scrolling your phone is 100% not the good thing to do. But if you do it, you're not a bad person. I'm just going to tell you, blue light and all day, you sleep well. Yellow book, you're like, man, that's boring. It's supposed to be boring, because go to bed. Do you guys get it? Like, yellow book light. It's funny, when I mentioned this to Cameron Harold, immediately we're at dinner, he buys on his 60th birthday, he bought himself a yellow book light immediately. Why yellow? Because it's not white. It's calmer. Yellow book light, physical book, read 10 pages of useful information or a great story. Okay? Those shows are designed, like I mentioned Sons of Anarchy earlier. I'd wake up in the middle of the night. I tested this on myself. I'd wake up at like 2 in the morning and grab my phone and want to watch more, because, like, what's going to happen to this guy? Because they make each of those characters relate to somebody in your life, or you or someone else, and they leave all the open loops, so you have to actually wonder what's going to happen. They're designed to create anxiety. Anxiety creates the need to continue. So slot machines are designed for anxiety too. Pretty interesting, right?
Yep.
I failed Psych 101 3 times, just so you guys know.
Yeah. Is there something I should have asked you that I didn't ask you?
Nope. Other than to come back again and do it again. I think that would be great. I'd love to.
Okay.
I really enjoy this.
Awesome. Where can people find you? I guess, do you want to talk about Core? We talked a little bit about Core. Do you want to talk about HIT at all?
We can talk about any of it. I mean, Core's a great place to get started. First really cool thing is, if you get a chance, every week I do a YouTube live show where literally I'll answer questions. People will literally call in and ask any kind of question. It's crazy. It's like Dave Ramsey show he's got with like how to be rich. I have like how to make your life work. People call in all the time. They ask questions. So great place is find me on YouTube or Instagram. If you want to come to that Core event, it's pretty easy to find out about. I always recommend you, if you're serious about it, I got a couple things that you can do, but you just reach out to me. I always give out my email address, michaelbernoff@gmail.com, or you can text us at 480-800-8051. That's for serious people. If not, be a stalker. Stalk me. Watch me do what I do. You'll get enough evidence, like, man, he helped that guy. That kind of guy looks like someone I know, or that he helped that girl or helped that person. And you'll watch me long enough to know that after 25 years, and learning my story and the things that I've done. I got the call to help the kids after the second shooting in Columbine after PTSD work. I think I can help people with pretty much anything when we do that. So that's the extreme of what I do. But I also help everyday people like us just get the life they want. So I do advanced psychology work and one-on-one. I do group setting stuff. But, man, the group stuff's the best because how many of you learned from each other today? Is this cool? It's fun. You had a question? So I hand one up. I have a website. I got this thing called the internet. And if you type in Michael Burnoff, I am not hard to find.
Write that down for me. How do you spell your last name?
I'm going to make it easy for you because you're asking. I'm going to give you a copy of my book.
That works.
Under one condition. Will you read it?
Yes, I will. I'll read it right before I go to bed.
A lot of people say they're going to do things and don't. You're not that person, are you?
No, I'm a man of my word.
So I'm going to give you this. You're going to have to come and get it later, but this is yours.
Oh, yeah?
Because you asked. You read that. My name is on there, michaelburnoff.com. Type in average sucks. It would be hard to not find me online. Okay?
All right.
Yeah. So that's a good answer.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And when you guys are out and ready, come see me when you're ready. I'd love to work with you guys and I got something special. When you're out and you're doing the thing you're doing, you come find me. I got something special for this room. Anybody said, man, I was in that room that day, I got something special for you that you'll like to hear. I got a little extra gift if you want to join us for one of the events. When you're out, you message me. When you're ready, let's chat. But find me online too in advance. You should be watching my videos along with recovery. It'll help you.
Yeah, you can follow. Watch this episode. It'll be on our YouTube channel, also in the Team Recovery app. You can find it there. So
yeah, this is great, man.
Awesome. Well, Michael, I appreciate
Tim,
you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Michael Burnoff.
Appreciate you guys. This is really, really great. He's got an interesting. You got a good snap right there. I got a loud one. So yeah, and I'll drop off some more. Why don't you? I'm going to wait till tomorrow because this is how it works. Because I'm going to challenge you. Tomorrow, who are they going to go to tomorrow if they were in this room? Who are they going to go to tomorrow and say they want a copy of this book? They got to wait till tomorrow. They can't say now because now is spontaneous. Who's the boss around here? You? Okay, what's your name? What's your name? Richard. You're going to go to Richard tomorrow. You're not allowed to do it until after noon tomorrow. And the reason I'm making you wait is I want you to make it important. I'm going to teach you something right now. And I want you to say is this. Of course I'm going to go find Tim tomorrow. What was your name again? Richard. Of course I'm going to find, don't ask Tim. I'm going to find Richard tomorrow. And if you find Richard tomorrow, say, Richard, I'd like to be one of those books. He'll put a little line on a sheet. Next week, Tim will send me a personal message. He'll say, send me a dozen of these. I don't want you to want it if you don't want it. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Do you guys understand? But I'd love to give you a copy. I could easily drop them off here, but how many of you realize if you don't make someone work for something, they don't respect it? How many of you realize we're going to fight for our recovery? How many of you understand that? We're going to work for it, and we're going to show God it matters, and then we're going to actually get support. How many of you get that? That's going to make a difference. So make you wait till tomorrow. So who's going to, afternoon tomorrow, tell them you want a copy of the book? My gift. Love to have you have it, and then I encourage you to read it. But if you work for it, you'll respect it. That's a weird way to give out a book, but that's my goal. I will have them shipped over here, and we can give them out.
And what about people that aren't here tomorrow? Because some of them aren't here tomorrow, correct? Some people are going to be here on Friday.
It just has to be after tomorrow, and you've got to make that work.
Great.
Does that sound fair? You can't go right now. They're not allowed to come to you now. Right now, it's easy. Right now, it's like, hey, do you want to get sober? Yeah. I need you to do it. Do you guys get it? If you can't give yourself a date, learn how powerful you are. Put a note. Put it in your phone. Write it down. Remind yourself. Do you guys understand that? Remind yourself you're going to do it. Put a note. Write it on your arm. Whatever you've got to do. That's how powerful. It's just about a book. But is it really about a book, or is it a different way of living? Can you plan? Isn't that planning for your future? It's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trap. You'll wind up being better. All right?
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks so much for listening to I Love Being Sober. I hope you got something valuable from today's episode. And if you're looking for more resources on recovery, mental health, or any of the therapies we talk about, head over to camelbackrecovery.com. You can find more episodes, blog posts, and ways to connect. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep growing, and keep living a kick-ass sober life.